Well, if you don't recognize this person here, it's Ben Fisk, former Pacific FC player, former Atletico Ottawa player, played in Europe. He's done the rounds, and he's still got a bunch of years left in him. So I'm gonna hard hit journalism right away and ask him, what's going on? Why are you not playing? Where's the next stop for Ben Fisk? Oh, and hi,
Oh,
Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hey guys.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm doing my best to enjoy a bit of a sabbatical. I'd be lying if I said it was 100% by choice, of course. But just the way the past off season kind of played out, up until I think it was late March, early April, I was still planning to be back with Ottawa, and we'd had kind of, a lot of discussions, and it seemed like we had things agreed on, and ultimately, obviously it fell apart. Yeah, so it was just late on in the off season, and at that point, most teams had kind of built the core of their groups. It's easy to add in a young guy right out of college, kind of near the end, right? Where someone like myself, obviously, it takes a little bit more to add me in late in the process. So that's what happened, and I did reach out to a few other CPL teams, and it's mostly a case of it's just too late in the process. So it was obviously a bit disappointing that things kind of took that long to come to that conclusion. I obviously think had it been sorted in November or something, I'd obviously be playing this year. But it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason, and I've kind of taken this as an opportunity to really work on myself and work on some things that are a bit more difficult to improve on during the season when you got games coming thick and thin, and you don't always have as much time to work on certain things as you'd like to.
Do you think two things? I had two things. Now I just have one thing because one of them left my mind, but two things. One, now that I know Atletico Ottawa's, they've terminated contracts with Bernardinho and Jordan Webb now. Does that, I don't know your relationship with them after the breakdown, but that, just if anyone from Atletico Ottawa is listening, come on, we got some room now. And part two of that question is, do you think the salary cap in the CPL kind of screwed you over in that way? Because players get added late, things happen. Steven, I know from PDL, it's like always leave room for that one star at the last second to have room to bring in. And with you, it's like you fell into 7 other teams' laps, but oops, we don't have enough. Do you think a salary cap is hindering people?
It's definitely it constricts things a little bit for sure. But I don't think the salary cap is necessarily unreasonable for where the league is at right now. Of course, as a player, we'd all like to see it grow, but I don't think it's unreasonable to put a cap on that. It also makes for in theory a more exciting league, right? With teams all having the same amount of money to spend, and you have to kind of channel your inner football manager and work that budget to the best of its ability, kind of thing. So I'm not salty about that. I'm not salty either about the breakdown with Atletico. I've got very good relationships with Mista and Fernando, and I don't have a bad word to say about them. It's just it just ended up being a bit of a perfect storm, I guess, for it not to work out. So it's there's no bad blood or anything like that. As far as returning, I'm not, they're not the first people I'm going to be calling, kind of thing. At this point, I think we separated for a reason, and we're going in different directions. That being said, obviously at this point, I do want to play. So if there was a call, it's not like I would not consider it. But yeah, my mind is elsewhere, I guess, to put it simply.
I'm going to add the controversy, not for you, it put you on the spot, Ben, because I totally got your answers, but as an Atletico Ottawa fan here, sign him, friggin' get him back, man. Like your last place, is a quality player, like just a good guy that won the city. So I'll say it as just a fan homer, like just get him back. Like, get him back for August 14th.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm going to the first game. I'm taking a U11 team, Ben. I want you there. I want them to walk down and like high five you. And they can all relate to you. So as a homer and a fan, like I would love to have you back. But if not in Ottawa, like I really hope you get somewhere else pretty soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, we were actually going to start a campaign now, Steve and I. We're going to get Ben Fisk back to Ottawa. That's it. If you're watching this, email or tweet Atletico Ottawa with the hashtag Ben Fisk back baby.
Yeah.
Add the baby. Add the baby. The baby makes the whole.
I'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That'll clear up a lot of. There's a lot of people. Like I said before we spoke, there was a lot of people asking where you were. I don't know if they were messaging you too, but it seemed like Steve and I are your representative because everybody was asking us.
Yeah.
So that's good to clear that up.
Yeah. So sometimes it's not as juicy of a story as everyone would like to imagine it is, right? Sometimes it's just business, right? It's just there's two parties, and if you can't come to a middle ground, it doesn't happen. So
we'll re-record one with you and Mista having a fight in the parking lot, and like we'll pick which one. We're not sure which one we'll release.
It'll just be me in a curly wig as Mista.
If Mista's left hook is as good as his left foot, I don't want anything to do with that.
That's true. No, that's true. Yeah. So let's switch gears here. And I just want to confirm if this is correct. You are on the board of the Professional Football Association Union. Sorry, there's so many words. What is it? Is it? Let me look here. It's Canada PFA, right? Are you on the board?
Professional Footballers Association of Canada. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a current board member, and I have been since we inaugurated in 2020.
And that's a union that you guys want to start and be recognized by the league for almost like, tell me if I'm wrong here, but you want a collective bargaining agreement type thing for like minimum salaries, or what are you guys looking for exactly?
That's obviously, as far as players unions go, that's definitely something that you look to have at some point, but we've actually made it very clear that a collective bargaining agreement is not what we're after at this point. Okay. So we've officially kind of let the league know that we'd be willing to forego that for a significant length of time. So it's more just an organization that is going to have the players' backs, and that's on and off the pitch, right? So it also should be stated, it's not solely for CPL players. This is actually for all elite Canadian players, male and female. It obviously. There's a large focus on the CPL right now because that's where the majority of our members are from, and it's mostly CPL players that founded it. But the goal is to represent all elite Canadian players on both sides of the game. So it's important that that's taken into account, because this whole saga right now, about recognizing the PFA, is really just one kind of piece of the pie, right? There's a lot of other things we're working on, a lot of exciting things for players coming through now that we hope to offer in the years to come.
Does that include only signed professional players? Like, would this include like League One or PLSQ players or things like that? Or
we do have aspirations to include a much broader group of players. At the moment it is predominantly CPL players, but I'll kind of keep reiterating the goal is to grow it as big as possible and give all Canadian players representation.
Yeah, and I just want to say to everyone listening that this is Ben's opinion, right? You're not speaking on behalf of anybody. I just want to get that clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So with that said, I don't know if this is correct, but I remember reading a couple of weeks or months back that FIFA's recognized you guys, or FIFA Pro, or somebody's recognized you.
Yeah, so we're a recognized member of FIFA Pro, which is essentially, I guess in layman's terms, like the FIFA union, so to speak, like the governing union of all unions.
Yeah,
kind of sounds like a Lord of the Rings band or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, FIFA Pro is obviously a household name in the game. So to have their support and backing is obviously massive. I think them recognizing us as one of their members is just as big, if not bigger, as the CPL recognizing us at some point. So to have the support of an organization like that, and with that also comes the support of other players associations around the world. So we've had a ton of support from the MLSPA, for example. We've had people from the Australian PFA come speak to us and just give us a bit of insight into what we're getting ourselves into and advice and stuff like that. So all kind of through that FIF Pro connection.
Yeah, this is amazing. I love seeing this is another aspect of getting a Canadian league, and then you're going to get things like this, like players associations that should happen. I think this is all just good news and progress for Canadian soccer players in general. I think having you on the board, very well spoken person to explain it. Are there any other players that you might want to mention? I don't know how many, if there's 60 and you're going to take 40 minutes to do it or whatever, but is there a couple?
Here, let me just go. Hey, you got this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there some key guys though you might want to mention as well that are helping out with this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the big one's Marcel de Jong. He's our president, and he was him along with Dan Kruk, our executive director, who's not a player, but the amount of work that guy puts in is outrageous. He's absolutely key to what we've built. So them two, along with Issei Nakajima Ferren, those were the three that kind of spearheaded things from the beginning. So they deserve a lot of credit for getting guys like me on board, and just kind of building things and being the first guys to put their name out there as well. Our board has changed a little bit since the first year, but guys like Marco Carducci, great guy, well-spoken, very, very intelligent player who, on and off the pitch, who brings a lot to the board. Daryl Fordyce is, I believe, the only foreign player on the board. Actually, Tomi Amiobi as well. Sorry, Tomi, sorry for that one. But it's just nice to see guys who haven't necessarily grown up playing in Canada, who have kind of found a life here and really want to give back to the Canadian players coming through behind them. It's it's very, very admirable.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can I ask a question? You don't have to answer it, even if you don't know. The players wore shirts, to recognize the union in the game, right? Now, were the players fined for that? Do you know?
I don't know, conclusively, but there's obviously been rumors and stuff. The players that I've spoken to have not been fined yet, but that's could change, I guess, at any moment. It's up to the league. They do have rules around sponsorship and all that kind of stuff, and it's their decision ultimately what they're going to do. I would obviously be quite disappointed to see guys fined for that, but it's out of my hands for sure.
Yeah.
I want to jump in, Mark. What's next? So what's next with the league as far as do you have a next steps right now, or is it just sort of, I don't know, at a stalemate, or sort of not a stalemate? That sounds like it's like some sort of face-off battle, but just at a low point maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing that we haven't been able to engage in meaningful conversation on the issue. I really don't like the painting of us as adversaries in this. I think with the PFA from the very beginning, we've tried our best to make this. We're a team. We want to work together to build this league into what we know it's capable of becoming. So that's very much the standpoint that we want to keep. We're here to work together. We're not here to bang our fists on the table and ask for more money. That's we've tried to make that clear by officially kind of stating we're not looking for a CBA right now, stuff like that. So we've tried to make those connections and open up the table for conversation. And so of course it's disappointing to not have that reciprocated, but at the same time, as I kind of touched on, the CPL is just one part of what we're trying to do. A big part, obviously, but it's still just one part of things. So we're, I'm specifically focusing a lot more of my time on trying to just bring benefits to our players now. I can't control when the CPL is going to recognize us, but we can control the work we're putting in on our players' behalf on a lot of other fronts.
Yeah, I like that you said that you don't like that you're painted adversaries, because that's important. And Drew Becky said something the other day, and I'll read it here. He just said, "I want to clarify my stance and reassert that I'm not fighting the CPL. I'm a player first and foremost to help grow the product, bring quality, win games, championships, help my teammates and fellow league players on and off the field." He said, "I came back to Canada for that reason. I understand the hesitancy and delicate aspects of speaking out for the betterment of a growing league. We work together for a common goal. It's not us versus them thing." And that's kind of parallel to what you said. And I like that aspect, because it's easy for the media and people on Twitter to say, like, it's CPL versus the players. They hate each other. They're this. But I think it'd be great if, like you said, we're all a team here. Let's build this league. We all want this league. It'd be the worst thing in the world for this league to disappear in 3 years, because, I mean, we've waited 18,000 years to get one. So yeah, I think a little exaggeration there, but yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Drew's statement was definitely put a lot more eloquently than mine, but it's the sentiments are the same. I think I actually think you'll see a lot of the guys who are the most kind of pro PFA and speaking publicly about it are also going to be the first guys who say, what an incredible investment the ownership groups in the league and the league executives have put into making this league a reality. And 4 years ago we did not have or 3 years ago we did not have a CPL. This is an incredible movement for Canadian players and for just Canadian soccer in general. For youth players coming through, like I remember coming in through the Whitecaps system, and it's like, if you don't make the first team there, you pretty much have Edmonton and Ottawa, and if you don't stick on there, you got to go chase your dream. A 9-hour flight away from home. Yeah, so guys coming through now, it's unbelievable the opportunity that they have. And with the PFA, our goal really is just to continue that growth alongside the league, and really just bring out the best product on the field. Which is it's going to be the case where the league's going to be the most happy, because it's going to increase the success of the league exponentially, the better the product is on the field. And the players are going to bring a better product if we're treated fairly, treated right, happy, everything's set up to succeed, right? So realistically, we've all got the exact same goal, which is a prosperous CPL. So we just want to work together on that.
Yeah, make it stronger together. And don't worry, Drew for sure got a ghostwriter to put that on there for him. Like,
yeah, that's right. He's got his biography coming out soon as well.
Exactly. Same guy's doing it. So
this is the guy who did the Michael Jordan one, probably. This guy.
Yeah. I'll just ask one more question, and then we'll let you get going. But before that, I really, really enjoy that we all have the same color shirt on right now. I just noticed that, and it's what, we're all soulmates, and this interview was meant to happen. Are the coaches on? Like, have the coaches made a statement in support of you guys and the PFA? Has any of the CPL coaches come out and said anything?
That's a good question. I'm not, I'm not totally sure on that. Just very broadly, from my experience, most of the coaches have been very supportive. A lot of actually high up league people, from my perspective, and I'm not going to name names, but I would say the majority of people in those conversations have been very supportive of me and of my involvement with the PFA, and I've been very appreciative of that. And I also pride myself on being someone who tries to always see both sides of the coin here. And I really appreciate the support that I've received from coaches and club executives and those types of people in the conversations I've had with them, because they've been very open-minded, but also just led me to see their side of the picture as well. And I think that's given me a invaluable perspective on the situation right now. So I'm very grateful to those types of people for their support, and I think it'll just kind of grow as we go on.
Yeah, Sweet. Well, we'll let you get going, but I want to say to anyone listening to this, tweet at Atletico Ottawa, Ben Fisk back, baby. We're going to get this going. I want to get, this is everything to me. I have very little. So everybody give
Well,
me
you had a pretty banging breakfast, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You did.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So you got that and a hashtag.
That and a hashtag.
You're flying.
Yeah.
You're losing me a
more
bit with
than
the
most.
baby. If the baby's too like Mark,
Oh, come on. It is too Mark. But we're gonna do it. We have to do it now. Now it's out there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah. No, we appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming in, and you know, good luck with the PFA, and you know, even same amount of luck, no more, no less, back in the playing fold. Let's get you back going here. We need a winger. So let's get him back, man. I'm going. Me and Steve have like 80 tickets each for the home opener, and
you're gonna go on strike.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm starting my own anti. Anyway, yeah.
Listen, guys, I just want to kind of say thank you to you guys as well for being so supportive of me personally, but also, you know, Atletico Ottawa and the league. And you know, this is such a great platform that you guys have created to, you know, for players to have a voice and for, you know, fans to kind of chime in and stuff. I love what you guys are doing. So well done.
Thanks,
Oh, we appreciate it.
Appreciate
That just topped my breakfast, Ben. Now I got great. Yeah. No, we appreciate it, man. Take care and good luck with everything, and we'll be in touch soon.
Cheers, guys. Take care.